What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Rob, RP3, and I'm back with another TechCast. On today's show, I have a special guest, Mr. Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work. And we're going to talk about maybe a couple of hot subjects that's out today. So, on with the show. What's good? What's good? What's good with you? It's your boy, RP3. Yeah, I'm back with another TechCast, episode number 3. And right now, I got my boy, Alan Anthony. We're about to talk about some very important things. So, on with the show. So, everybody, there's been some things going on in the world today. One of the subjects I plan to cover in this TechCast is the Figures cell phone debacle. And along the way, I'm going to talk to a good friend of mine, Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work. Phone Tech Work is the brand. You can see him streaming with Team 100 from time to time on Thursday or Friday, depending on our schedule. And he has a website where I need you guys to go and visit. It is phonetechatwork.com. Mr. Alan Anthony, are you there, sir?
Checking in. What's going on, everyone? My name is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work. Phonetechatwork.com is the brand. Thank you for listening in, and thank you for having me, RP3.
No problem. Now, I spoke about Team 100 in my couple of inaugural podcasts, and I haven't really told anybody the story about how Team 100 got together, but you are one of the main producers, people,
founding fathers.
Founding fathers. Yeah, that got Team 100 together, and
that's right, son.
So what was your idea behind that concept of Team 100? What was your big vision of that?
So basically, what happened was I got a message from BG Tech Life. If you guys don't know who he is also another YouTuber, and we used to talk to each other all the time, and like the DMs on, I believe on Instagram, and he hit me up, and he told me to find a group of guys that are not that big, that are, who are at the same, around the same subscribers as us at the time, and that he wanted to make his own version of Team Crispy, which is the guys like MKBHD or Jonathan Morrison. And then I started to do some homework because he had some guys already picked out. I believe he had Old Tech Time, and he also had Brandon from Everyday Tech. So that was the idea about how it started. I definitely wanted to actually make this bigger than what it really was. And we've been, riding the wave for almost about 2.5 years now, right?
Yeah, it's been about 2.5 years with some growing, and we had some growing pains along the way from that first stream to now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the purpose was to actually make us grow more, to just have a share our subscribers, have a share like our experiences, and just grow, period, and just grow together, which we have definitely hit that plateau.
Yeah, we met the goal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what got you into YouTubing? Do you remember that moment you decided to be a YouTuber?
Oh, well, I actually made my channel on my birthday. I think it was back in 2015 or 2013, I believe. I'm not positively sure on the date, but I know that it was on my birthday. I was definitely a fan of I I think I was watching a lot of Pocket Now, a lot of Phone Dog. I was watching Flossie Carter as well. So I was definitely just like, man, I'm buying the same phones as them, and I just wanna tell the world my opinion about these phones. I think back in the day, my first unboxing where like I was literally like I had a phone, right, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna record this, and it was the HTC One M7.
Wow.
And it was just like a one-handed unboxing. I mean, like, it's funny because I still have the footage of it, and I did it one-handed, and I was just talking like, oh, it has this, has that, has this, that. It was so terrible, but it was like, hold on, I personally think that I could really do this. And then I started the channel, and I think my first unboxing was, I think it was a video vlog of me and a friend of mine, his name is JQ, where we were waiting at the iPhone 6 launch, and it was like a crazy experience. So I just did the vlog on, and I recorded it on Windows Movie Maker, and I put that together, and the rest is history, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds awesome. But you've been doing it now for a while. So what kind of YouTuber do you think you are? Are you do you consider yourself all around? Do you specialize? I mean,
I'm mostly into tech. I think basically, I'm more into mobile technology news, possibly. I'm trying to get the website going as well. So if you haven't, head over to phonetechatwork.com. I do have an article on the whole thing with the figures F3 that we might actually talk about soon enough. But I'm just a tech YouTuber, I guess. But I'm trying to branch out into being a brand. And I've been saying that for almost a year or two. phonetechatwork.com
is the brand.
The brand, right.
Right. So now that you kind of brought that up, maybe we can kind of swing over there. Enough talking
Segway
about
specialist.
Segway specialist, yes. And we can talk about the figures debacle. Now, if you've seen my fellow YouTuber, my girl Spectacular Gadgets, she had a very, very interesting video on the figures debacle where it seems like, you know, they're trying to get credit for a phone with a bunch of fake specs and all kind of.
Yeah, man. I think the biggest problem that I see is the fact about, you know, lying about the specs. You're saying you have a 4K display. You're saying that you're getting 5G. I mean, like, it might get 5G. You know, who knows?
Right.
But they're lying about the camera sensors. I mean, like, I'm not knocking the fact about, you know, having to rebrand it, because there's tons of phones out there that are like exactly alike, especially like on GearBest. Like, if you check on GearBest, all the phones look alike and they all have different names. So, you know, I'm not really knocking that, but it's the fact about you know, having to falsify your specs or whatever. That's pretty big. And to say that it's made in the U.S. and, you know,
and you're selling
blah
it
blah. You know, I mean, I don't know.
And you selling
it's
it
a sensitive topic, but I mean, I kind of have my point across in my article on my website. If you guys want to check it out, shamelessplug.com.
You remember that, phonetechatwork.com. So, I mean, but the things like, you know, the man is selling the phone. I mean, the phone is supposed to, I think it goes for under 200, under 150 maybe. And he's selling it to the public, you know, at, you know, $500 and some odd dollars.
Yeah, man. I was doing some research on the article. The phone on Amazon is $179, and I believe it's on GearBest as well for $199. It's called the Alcatel E23 or something like that.
Spell with an O, not Alcatel, but Alcatel.
Alcatel with an Oukitel.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, honestly, I wasn't gonna buy it anyways. But the fact that, you know, I mean, I remember watching. I was watching unboxing of that, and I was like, damn, for $550, you get all that. You get a 4K display, $855. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And then I was like, after I heard that I heard that news, and I was like, Jesus walks.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? It's crazy.
And then the unboxing presentation. You know, you had a video camera built into the
yeah,
box.
I mean that presentation was sick. Even though, I don't know how, you know what I'm saying, how they actually put like all that together. But I can imagine how the wireless buds are probably knockoffs as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But you know, having rebrand, because I was hearing from someone who said the Raycons, I'm saying actually are like a rebrand as well.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
And everybody felt like, man, how the whole thing was Soulja Boy, right? He had a console that had like 1,000 games,
right?
And it was all games out of Nintendo. I mean, everybody does it, but
it ain't right.
It's just
the smoke and mirrors behind it.
How they did it too. Yeah. You know.
It's all a camouflage, you know. I mean, you know, you don't knock a person for wanting to make $1, but you know, be upfront about it. You know what I'm saying? And at least, you know, let people know what you're offering that's going to be different from what you may get from the original maker of the phone. You know, but to lie and say it had a 4K screen and the camera sensor was 2 or 3 times better than what they were saying. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Well, I mean, here's another thing too, because I've seen on their website, it's not really like a bunch of specs on there, right?
Right.
So I found the specs on like a lot of different articles who I did like the reports about the phone. So I have a source where it was Phone Arena had the specs, and it had a 4K display, it had all this stuff, and then when you go to their websites, there's no mentions of any type of specifications at all. So you're like, hold on, so is it this or is it that? And if you claim to have an 18 megapixel camera on both sensors of your phone, and when you use the app that could tell you what type of sensor and size you have, and it says that it's 16, that is definitely not a good look at all.
Yeah. But if anybody interested in seeing the video, Spectacular Gadgets, I will leave a link in the description of the podcast and on my YouTube channel where you can go check out her video, her vlog that she did about her incident with the Figures cell phone. So other than that, I don't know if he can come back and save face. Do you think that's a situation where he can save face, or do you think the damage has been done?
Well, I mean, I think in the words of Jeezy, yeah. That was just about the right timing.
Okay, appreciate it.
Hit me with a sound effect on that one, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, I got to make you into a sound effect. All right. Anyhow, so I don't know. Enough with the little figures thing. I want to also move on to another subject that's been on my mind. And, you know, you're a father, I'm a father, and our kids are getting into tech like, you know, because we're into tech. And the thing that I tend to find interesting is how people don't understand how social media, you know, doing the things that people do on social media can affect them in the future because it don't go away. You know, if you're a young lady and you take some revealing photos, it don't go away. I mean, if you're a guy and you saying something crazy, or you know how athletes would say something 2 or 3 years ago, and then when they finally get drafted, you know, they got to try to talk back that crazy post they made some years ago. How do you feel about social media with your kids, and how do you think you're gonna address that issue when they get older?
I would. I mean, how my kids are young, so I don't really have them on social media right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for sure that I definitely have to try to keep them off of it. I know it will be hard, you know, having to consider how, I mean, how their friends are probably going to say, oh, you need a Facebook or you need a Snapchat or whatever. I just tell them to be careful with what you post, right? Especially on Facebook and on Twitter. On Twitter, you're able to go down that timeline all the way to your first tweet. That's the reason why, like, if you check my personal Twitter, I literally erased everything I had from 2017 and up.
Wow.
I basically did a fresh start on the Twitter because it's not like I'm going to look back anyways and be like, oh, yeah, right, I said this, look, you know. So, I mean, like, a lot of people have bad days where they're like, yo, I hate my job, or I hate this person, or I want to do this or whatever. You just got to be mindful and just have the mindset to just
it's like
I mean, to always think with your head when you write something on social media, because things have changed in the last 10 to 15 years, because now we have a thing called screenshot. And with a screenshot, picture of a video, your quotes, your status, whatever, that thing could definitely ruin your life.
Yeah, most definitely.
So you need to definitely have a mind state of be careful what I post, because I don't want it to bite me in the ass in the future, pretty much.
Yeah, and, you know, I think we're going to have to invent a new conversation. You know how you used to have the sex talk with your kids and the driving talk, how to drive with your kids. Now somebody's going to have to come up with the social media talk. You're going to have that sit down and explain to them, because a lot of people don't understand what their kids do when they leave their house. A lot of people think their kids are angels. When they get out in the streets, they got potty mouths and they cuss like sailors. Because I know for sure, I got a nephew, man. He's 13, and I be teasing his mom. You know, my sister-in-law explaining to him that, hey, he's 13. There's some, you know, you think when he's at home, he's this angel, but when he out in the streets, he a savage. And, you know, you need to have a talk with him about, you know, his, you know, just how he posts things on social media. And I follow him on his Instagram, and he don't do anything crazy. He pretty much do what average 13-year-olds do. And I think my brother got a hold to him, and then had some conversations about how he needs to, you know, represent himself and make him think that, you know, down the road you can't say nothing crazy today because it will follow you. I mean, and that's a sad thing. I mean, if you can think back to some of the craziest stuff you done when you was little, and imagine if you posted it on social media, I mean, my life would be a mess with some of the stuff that I did. But hey,
Bad Robert.
Yeah, bad Robert. Anyhow, well, as we come to the end of this show, is there anything anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to plug?
As far as me, big shout out to the Team 100 community. You guys know who you are. It has definitely been a blast being on here. Just be mindful of what you post on social media. Do not buy phones and say that you created the phone, because that's some bullshit. And remember to always follow Phone Tech at Work on YouTube and on the website, especially on the website lately, because I'm trying to convert everything with Phone Tech at Work to the website. So people just don't know me as a YouTuber. So thank you, Rob, for having me. I will definitely try to get on again, and hopefully we'll have another Team 100 stream. Big shout out to all the regulars in the community and our fellow YouTubers who support the team, for sure.
Yeah, and again, I'd like to thank Mr. Alan Anthony, Phone Tech at Work, for joining me on this podcast. And like I said, I will be making my rounds. So, you know, you other YouTubers out there, be ready. I will be calling you, get in contact with some of you guys, DMing you to be on this podcast, because, you know, I think a lot of you guys are very talented, and it's a win-win. If I can interview you guys, you help me out, and in return, hopefully I can get you, a little bit more exposure. So,
Pow, pow.
pow, pow. So shout out to Eric Kelly, Tech Gentleman, my boy Forbes Tech Review, Joseph, and BG Tech Life, Android Stud, Leo, and the Telegram community. Other than that, as we come to an end of another TechCast, it's your boy Rob, RP3 Tech Reviews with Alan Anthony.
Yep.
Be on the lookout for another TechCast coming real soon. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, but be on the lookout for it. Other than that, I hope I catch you guys in the interwebs, and I'm out.